Hello, another episode of 5 Minutes from the Fence Line. This is episode 6. And today we're going to be talking about perspective. You only live once. You've heard that phrase. YOLO, grab the gusto, be all you can be, live your best life now. Well, that's not necessarily true, is it? In Romans 12:2, it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. 1 John 2:15 says, do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. One more, Colossians 3:2, set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. In this life, you're only going to be living two different ways. You're either going to have a worldly view or you're going to have an eternal view. You're going to have a worldly perspective or an eternal perspective. It's one or the other. How you view matters in this life, and they matter. Remember, this earth is not your final home. We should be thinking about our eternal home. What if you were moving to France in 3 years, and you knew that was going to be a permanent home from now on? What would you do to prepare for that? Wouldn't you be starting to think about it right now, maybe longing for it? Talking about it, also in the back of your mind, maybe trying to learn their language. Other ways to prepare would be learning about their customs and cultures and norms, their food, how you're going to fit in. Wouldn't you maybe want to buy a guidebook? Well, the Bible is your guidebook for heaven, and we should be longing for it and talking about it. It gives us hope for the future. What defines your perspective? Well, what defines your perspective is what you fill your heart and mind with. Ask yourself these questions. What are you focusing on each day? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What kind of conversations do you have? What kind of reading do you do? If you have an eternal perspective in the back of your mind, you always realize you have another destination you're preparing for, which means you're going to live your life a different way, filling your life with eternal things, such as reading the Bible and praying and learning about God and His character, trying to be more like Him. It's kind of like a computer. What you put in the computer comes out. So whatever it is you're filling your mind with is going to come out. It's usually going to come out in your speech and your actions. When you ask Jesus into your heart, He will give you a renewed mind and heart, a new way of thinking, a new perspective. So ask yourself this: am I living with a worldly perspective where I'm trying to get everything I can out of this world thinking there's nothing else after this? Or am I living with an eternal perspective each day, trying to be an ambassador of Jesus and be more like Him? So that's our lesson for today. It is a very important one, and it's something to share with other people. We get so caught up in this world. We have to be living here. We're just sojourners, and we're on a journey, but we really are aliens in this world. This is not our final home. We have to live here, but we don't have to be part of it. And your perspective can determine what decisions you make in life, how you act towards people. It can give you hope for the future. I like a story. Actually, I heard this earlier in church, that when you're a soldier and you're away at battle, you're longing for home. That can get you through a lot of things because you know that you're going to get back to home. It can help you put up with things you have to do, but you can't quit your job. You can't be thinking about home so much that you're no good at your job. So you have to have your life in balance. But it does make a big difference what perspective you have. So ask yourself that question today. Maybe ask somebody else, what view they have, and make them think about it too. So this is today's lesson, perspective, and 5 minutes from the fence line. I also just released another 20 minutes of truth on the YouTube channel. We've added a few more things to the website, so you can check that out. Some free Bible studies, some other free resources. And just to give you a little sneak peek, our next 20 minutes of truth is going to be about the seriousness of the Sabbath. And then the one after that's going to be, Are You Safe for Heaven? And that's actually the next book that's coming out, is Are You Safe for Heaven? So those would be interesting. You're traveling with me. I'm learning the truth along just like you are. I have a different perspective. Used to be Pentecostal and discovered the Sabbath. And so my worldview has definitely changed quite a bit. And it's actually very exciting. And so I just like to share these little moments with you. So stay tuned for next time on 5 Minutes from the Fence Line. I'm Heather McDaniel.